What's going on, guys? I wanted to shoot a video of all these knives that just got finished. I'm packaging these up right now. I gotta hit them one more time, clean them up, get all the cards filled out, get the patches actually on the SOE pouches themselves. We got a really cool array of. John sent me some really cool miscellaneous pouches here. I love those SOE pouches, man. Those are the only pouches that I actually offer on my knives, just because they're awesome. So what I'm gonna do is kind of walk you through the knives, each one. It's been a lot of work, guys. You know, took me about a month and a half or so. I don't even know, but a month and a half, 2 months to finish all these knives. And this is a 13 knife run, which is my biggest knife run so far. But some really unique things here, and some stuff you guys actually haven't seen yet, which is kind of cool. So the mini VX. This is a super tiny knife. I mean, my hands I have some pretty big mitts, and this knife hardly takes up any of my palm. Got some Rob Thomas Damascus on here. It came out absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if you guys can pick that up very well on the camera. I hope you can. Just the light here a little bit. Now I'll figure it out. Damascus pocket clip right here. So he came out absolutely awesome. This knife has actually gone through a few prototyping phases. Awesome detent. Perfect action on this thing. Nice early lockup. This lock side has been redone. The lock bar, all the dimensions of this, because making a small knife work is actually really damn difficult. Real thick stock here. I think it's about 230,000 Damascus. Rob always makes it really thick for me, which is cool. Like the new back spacers on the back of these. That's always an option. That's an option on every one of my knives, actually, if you want a titanium back spacer. I don't always have Damascus. In fact, my Damascus is almost gone. My clips are just about gone. I hardly have anything left for back spacers. So, but it is what it is. Damascus is awesome, pretty stuff, and it's really expensive, and it is what it is. And the centering on this just came out absolutely perfect. Love this little knife. Going to the same client is actually this mini GF right here, which is also Damascus with Damascus, the pocket clip, and I went ahead and I did a floating back spacer on this. If you guys can see that. It's my first floating back spacer, and it actually came out pretty damn cool, I must say. I want to give you guys some walk-arounds on these knives here. Yeah, same client's getting this one. I actually got two. So the same client of mine. That's actually, I think he's got 4 or 5 of my knives. Another mini right here. All blinged out mini VX. I went ahead and on these polished ones I lasered the logo on here just because I thought it looked really cool. He's got a wedge grind on this one, polished clip. Gotta wipe these things off, get them nice and cleaned up and packaged. It's a cool ass little everyday carry, and I think this, you know, I'm not quite sure, but I don't see how this would be illegal anywhere. I mean, the blade length on this has got to be super short. 2.5 inches of blade length. I don't know if you guys can see that. 2.5 inches. These little guys are just totally sick. I really dig how these guys came out. Good little grip too. Nice little forward control right there. Nice little softened jimping. It's super. It's just thick in the hands. I mean, the damn thing is freaking like 3/4 of an inch thick. There's the last one right here. Had 3 of these going out. This one has like an acid stone wash with a combination of a broken up pattern of blast. All blasted up, dimpled pattern. There's like kind of the blasted pocket clip too. And these things, the action on these things came out just absolutely insane. Love these little guys. They're totally sick. Thick as hell. I tell you, that lock, I mean, it's freaking perfect. Love how these guys came out. I love the new redesign. It came out better than it had ever come out before. Let's see. Another client got 2 of these. This is one that he got. I did a lot of Damascus in this run, guys. A lot of Damascus. This is my full-size VX right here. It's a big old piece of Rob Thomas right there. Raindrop pattern. These things have always been really cool. It's a really big, oversized knife. Good D10. I love the grip on this. It gives you just a really good forward grip. Just a really good utility grip all the way around. Wicked sharp. These wedge grinds, I always like how they come out. I use a big 12-inch wheel on these. And his other knife, you have a big old kickstand that's been partly flamed and tumbled finish with an acid stone wash blade. He wanted something that looked really, really blingy with Damascus, and he wanted something that looked, you know, the typical apocalyptic, cruddy, kind of beat the hell out of me type of knife. That's what he got. Been carrying one of these for a while. I absolutely love it. It is a big knife though, guys. What I've been doing is I've been redrawing a few of my knives that I've been kind of wanting to redo, and the kickstand is actually going to be redone eventually, and it's going to be a little bit smaller. Right now the kickstand is about 10.5 inches overall length, and I made it to where it's going to be 9.5. It's been way scaled down, and I think it's going to be really, really cool, even easier to carry. And pretty much the same knife. I haven't really decided if I'm gonna keep the same blade style. But what I'm gonna do is this fuller isn't gonna be milled anymore. I think it's actually gonna be a full-on pass-through, pass-through window. So I think it'll look really, really cool in the closed position, having that kind of window right there instead of it being milled. So I don't know. We'll see. Or I may make like a big old drop point. I may bring this jimping kind of where it actually follows the blade. Make the blade look a little bit wider. I don't know. We'll figure it out though. Either way, I think it'll be really sick. Let's see what else we have. Ooh. Another Damascus. This is a full-size gentleman folder right here. With a real heavy cratered pattern with a really cool stonewash finish. And of course, the matching backspace. I don't know if you guys can pick that up. I did a lot of plunge milling on all these pocket clips. You guys can see that pattern right there. It came out really, really, really cool. I like doing that plunge milling. It comes out awesome every time. And there's a real raked out Tonto version of the gentleman folder. Matching sides. I did a radius to all these too, about 45, so it seems just super comfortable in the hands. Awesome knife. Big old kickstand. I said I had 13 knives, guys. I'm just going to go through these things really quick, give you guys a nice walk around. Blasted finish on this. Polished pocket clip. Acid stonewash blade. Love these things. See, a lot of guys have a hard time with the kickstand because it's so big, and I kind of get it. It definitely is a big knife. This client wanted one kind of like the way that I carry my gentleman folder. He wanted pretty much a duplicate of it, except what we did is I went ahead and I satined up his flats on this, the spine also, almost mirrored. The two-tone acid stonewash came out really great. All these polished finishes, these real high glossy stuff has a hard time the camera has a hard time picking it up. Speaking of high gloss and shiny finishes, gentleman folder, like I said, I gotta Windex these things. Mirrored all the way around. All the way around completely. I'm just going to give you guys, as a walk around on these things. Tumbled stonewash. Your flats here all the way around. Mirrored those. Same thing with the clip. Stonewashed with a mirror. Plunge type of milling on the clip. Just a sick knife. Let's see, what do we got? Oh, big old kickstand, dimpled kickstand. This is kind of what a lot of people have been requesting, you know, that dimpled pattern with that cruddy acid stonewash. I polished the flats on this one for the gentleman. He wanted the satin flats. I don't know if you guys can actually see that. Come on back here. The reason why I do the cratering on these and I leave the grinds pretty rough is it darkens up with age as you use it, and it starts to turn just really that cruddy, dark, that used tool look, which totally just looks absolutely awesome. Super comfy in the hands too, how you just crater everything and everything is just all just ground up. This feels really good in the hands. Very big knife. I told you 10.5 inches, right? It's a big ass knife. This gentleman folder is going to one of the many veteran clients that I have. He wanted more of a tribute to the buddies that he lost, so I went ahead and lasered the typical military memorial on here with some dimpling on both sides, polished clip, and the acid stonewash blade. It came out awesome. Went ahead and see, I even put these big old thick knives on bearings too, and the action just comes out super great. A lot of guys don't do that. But I do both. I do both phosphor bronze and bearings. Just depends on what you want. This final kickstand right here is going to special client. I have the Prince of Court insignia lasered in to the side of the blade with the Arabic up there. I'm getting a lot of crap about that too, having some Arabic symbol, Prince of Court symbol on my knife. And what it is, this client actually has done a lot of special things for veterans, helping with, I don't know all the ins and outs of it, but what it is basically assisting with a lot of like the traumatic brain injury, medical stuff. He's donated a lot of money or spearheaded a lot of things to actually help the veterans of this country get well. So one of the counterparts over here wanted to make sure he got something really special. Damascus blade. The action on this came out absolutely beautiful for a huge knife. Heavily contoured handles, plunge milling on the clip. So that's it, guys. That's everything that's going out. So maybe next time we'll have more of a chance to do some really cool stuff, show you guys how I do. We covered some lockup stuff that I do. We've covered a few things in the shop on the videos, and we're gonna do some more. Maybe like how I set up all of my backspacers all flush, and how I do the things that I do. But I hope you guys had a great time at Blade Show. I know I missed it. And next year, though, I'm not going to miss it. Plan is next year, hopefully, bringing 10 to 20 knives. That's what I'd like to do. But bogged down on orders, these 13 are going to go. And guess what? I'm just picking up the next batch. So you guys stay tuned for that. And I'll be hitting you up on the email like I typically do when your order is up. And we will commence to the grind. A couple odds and ends I'll probably finish out this week, like some titanium beads I gotta make. I've got some titanium wallets and some kind of finishing jobs that I gotta do on a couple of small things that I usually do in between big knife runs. So I'm gonna get these out in the mail on Thursday morning. They'll be out to you, and hopefully on by this weekend, Monday at the absolute latest, you guys will get them. So anyway, thanks for being around, thanks for watching the videos, and thanks for loving what I do, guys. One last look. Take care.